Let's get talking now. Mining in Nigeria is the process by which solid minerals and other useful substances are extracted from the earth. The Geological Survey of Nigeria has indicated that the presence of over 34 minerals that are currently being mined in more than 450 locations spread all over the country. I'm sure this must have increased with more findings. Now, the development of mining subsector of the Nigerian economy will create more jobs for citizens of the country. Currently, individuals and companies currently engaged in mining activities in the country are faced with series of challenges. Some are infrastructure challenges, inadequate finance, non-availability of accurate geological data, and many more. Mr. Jegede Abiodun Paul is the chairman, Japol Gold and Ventures PLC. He joins me live in our studio to talk more about this industry. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I think it's good to start with the fact that we know that our country is blessed with natural resources. We say this every time, and we won't have foreigners coming here to tell us this. But you are a major player here. Do you think we have taken advantage of these resources? What are the challenges?
In Nigeria, it's on record that Nigeria has 44 different minerals. Different minerals from gold, diamond, lithium, just mentioning 44 in different states. And there are a couple of challenges. There are a whole lot of challenges here in Nigeria. First of all, the first challenge is that we are used to oil. That's the first challenge. And for us to have any benefit from mining, Nigerians have to be the oil. What I mean is that this mentality, you have to move away from the oil because government in and out have been saying that we want mining to contribute to the GDP of Nigeria. But as we speak today, the GDP of mining to Nigeria GDP is less than 1%. Just less than 1%. And then we have these minerals all over the place. Now, there are a couple of challenges. Number one, oil mentality. That has to be fixed. Secondly, there is no knowledge. We don't know more about mining. So despite the fact that we have these minerals everywhere, people don't know how to go about it in terms of doing business. Then there's some of us that know. There's challenge of finance. Nigerian finance system does not accommodate mining at all because you can't blame them, they don't even know it. So if you go there with a proposal, to even assess, to process your proposal is a challenge because they don't know whether what you have brought. Now, you see a case where a miner like us now say, we have 20 million ounces of gold under the ground, and then we need about $200 million to bring it. Then with all the data that you have generated, maybe that data has cost you almost $5 million to generate. Then take it to any Nigerian bank, they will run away from you because they don't know what you are talking about. So the financial system in Nigeria does not accommodate mining at all. Now, another challenge we have is the issue of security. There are insecurity all over the place, which this government is trying, and it is improving. Because even a foreign investor comes to Nigeria and they are being kidnapped or killed, and they hear this outside, and when they even hear it outside, they exaggerate it, and those people, those so-called foreign investors, they have the impression that when you get to the airport, that is where they even kidnap you. Don't even
you will get into the country. It's true. It's overblown. True.
It's overblown.
Yes. Yes.
So you have serious challenge in wooing these people to come and invest here.
Yes.
You know, it's a serious challenge.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Nigerians, we know what is happening. But even Nigeria also have their own bite of the security, of the insecurity in the past. It is now that there are improvements. At least you can see that as Zamfara State, government has lifted
the ban
on mining. So you can go there to mine because they really dealt with the issue of security, that it was bad. So there we can spend the whole day talking about challenges. So no money to finance, there's no knowledge, we are too oil, by us. So that's why money is still suffering in Nigeria today. So those are the challenges that we have.
It's painful, but we see that this government is having a deliberate, making deliberate efforts at addressing some of these issues, just like we said, lifting ban, improving security. So can we identify some of these moves and what more can be done? I think about data seems to be something that also needs to be properly generated, because the banks will not want to give you money if they don't know what they expect to get, the prospects from giving you the money.
Yeah. Even that bank issue, just need to take it for Nigerian banks.
Yes.
Yes. No, they would. Even if you have data, they don't know how to interpret it. That is one. Then, the specific attempt that government, the effort that government has been making to help this to finance mining industry. At least they set up solid mineral development fund, where year in, year out, certain budget go to that area.
Yes.
But the problem has been that the conditions that you need to meet to get the loan is difficult. It's not a condition that every Nigerian can meet. It's difficult. I cannot, if you ask the Solid Mineral Agency, Development Fund, they cannot point to 3 companies that they have given loan to develop mining, because the conditions, you can't just not meet them. Now, what government is supposed to do in that area? They have tried, because the people that even are allocating the fund to the government putting the money in the fund seems not to even know what it's supposed to be used for. You just know generally it's supposed to be for mining. But there are different kinds of mining. There are different kinds. We need to understand our problem. We cannot use condition, American loan meeting condition in Nigeria, because some of the conditions for you to access the loan is generic, So by the time you are asking Nigerian to go and bring his mother and father and all that, he doesn't have to take the loan. But the minerals are lying there right down the ground. You cannot access it. So we need to look into the challenges of miners in Nigeria. A whole lot of them that are interested in mining are illiterate, number one. Then some of them that even have companies, they don't even know how to apply for loans. So always they go there to say, please give us, buy equipment for us. Then the people not just say, look at the condition, you have to meet it. So even before this administration, no company was able to get any loan. Up till now, I cannot say 1 or 2 companies have gotten this loan, but the money is still there. Although they have been using the money to promote mining, according to a report that we have. They travel outside the country, seminars to go and woo investors. But we need to. Nobody will develop Nigerians outside Nigerians. We are the one that knows our problem. We are the one that know where our minerals are. We are the one that can develop. So we're supposed to develop these miners. They group them, then teach them how to put things together to be able to qualify for the loans. And even if you can constitute an agency or a body that can manage step-by-step activity of mining, that can make them to qualify and manage the fund with them in such a way, such funds is not disbursed directly to them, but is given to them to buy major things that they need to buy, pay for exploration, pay for equipment, pay for plants, pay for machinery, and manage it for them to be able to extract the minerals. It will help us a whole lot as far as solving finance challenges in mining industry.
Moving forward, I also see that you are doing a lot around gold refining, and of course accusation of mine companies and all of it. A lot of work is going on. You are still not losing hope in Nigeria. Can you tell us about this and your prospects and expectations moving forward?
Yeah, Japo is a quoted company on Nigerian Stock Exchange, yes, owned by Nigerians. So we are doing proper mining. We are approaching mining international standard in consideration. So while we are still on it, now it may take you 2, 3, or 4 years to complete exploration exercise. And how many Nigerians had such money to spend? You just be spending. You can spend $5 million. You can spend. It depends on what you are looking for. Now, like in Japan, we've gotten to a stage that we will soon commence production. But all this while, we have been doing exploration to the extent that we now have gold worth about $5.6 billion, but inside the ground there.
Still inside the ground.
Still inside the ground. But it's taken us more than 3 years for us to know that we have such reserve.
Inside the
now, you have the reserve. The next thing is now to carry out the feasibility study and then know the kind of plant and equipment that you will need, then the kind of plant you will install.
For extraction.
For extraction. Then you install, then be processed. But when you hit the ground, I mean, you can keep mining the gold for the next 30 years. That is how it is. Because the one you have discovered is just first phase. As you discover, you now do what is called resource exploration again. You discover more and more. For the next 50 years, you are still mining gold. I mean, it happens in South Africa, Chile, Canada. That's how it is. But now, how many companies can stay on and keep spending money for years before you discover the gold and then start planning how to buy equipment and machine? Now, like in our state now, you've gone to many banks. This is our position.
Yes.
They look at your paper and look and say, it's okay, suppose the gold is not there.
What happens to our money? But that's real. That's true. That's true. A finance man wants to see his money.
Then you are telling them that, look, the report I'm giving you is certified by Canadian expert. They say, well, we don't know Canadian expert. We don't know if the gold is there. So you can't get money in Nigeria. So that's why we try to, first of all, do what they call private placement, and after that we'll be going public for everybody that is interested in gold to put money like a public offer. We are going to do public offer at least to raise like $100 million, which is not a big money in mining, because that 100 million or maybe 150 million you put in, that 1.6, $1.5 billion will come out. That is how lucrative it is. But getting to that stage is what many Nigerians will not do. Because you just be spending money for 3 years, millions of naira and dollars, and what you are generating is just paper, till you get to this stage we are in now. So it's quite challenging, and you have to have determination to be able to do. You want to know what you are looking for, and you must be sure of what you are doing, and that's what has gotten us to where we are today.
Convention is really getting interesting. You know, this is 2025, and I'm looking at it that with the efforts of governments, before now we used to know about illegal miners coming into our country, taking our gold, taking our, you know, and all of that. As we move in 2025, what are those enablers that you think would enable your business, you know, at this very critical time? Ease of doing business initiative of government. What are those things that you think you need more that can make, because this must become reality. We must look away from oil.
Very well. Well said. Things that we should look out for, we should encourage government to do more, is the issue to deal with the issue of security.
Okay, good.
Because when you are having your personnel being kidnapped, then you find you have a big challenge in recruiting experts all over the world, because there is no expertise in Nigeria. Our graduates that are coming out studying mining in university, they only have book knowledge. They don't have much field knowledge. And even if they have field knowledge, they have not been doing it, you know. So we still need to recruit, like we have Canadians in our team, to train Nigerians. But so by the time those foreigners come, the experts come, and they are being kidnapped, then you have problems. You won't be able to get good hands to help you. So the area of security is very important. Now, another one is for them to review this area of financing. We should domesticate the conditions to let people be able to access funding. Because the way it is now, not too many companies can qualify for that funding. None. It's not possible because there are too many conditions that you need to meet. So they need to review it and let us appreciate our domestic problem, our issues, and see how to resolve it to make this loan available to the miners. Now, government has tried a lot in curbing illegal mining.
True.
They've put some so-called illegal mining before. They put them together as a form cooperative. Then they give them some sort of papers to say, use this paper as permission from federal government so that your group can start working. That's a good initiative. That's a good move. But they need to go further because these people, they only use hammer, digger, shovel, and wheelbarrow. That cannot take them anywhere. You cannot get, no matter how rich your area is, you can't get 0.1% of that reserve of mineral that you have there. You know, so they need to go beyond that. They need to be educated on how to do better mining, you know, of international standard. Government is going to benefit in terms of royalty. State government is going to benefit in terms of taking the derivatives. Local government is going to benefit for employing people in the area. So they need to look into that. It's very, very important. Then another area that we are looking at is the review of the money that's being paid on license, on the mining licenses, mining approval. Recently, the government increased it, even some to 1,000%, 700%, 300%. You know, so a whole lot of people are not able to pay. Although Dr. Dela Lake, the minister now, is looking into that, and he's trying to amend and adjust. You know, because if you leave it at that, I bet you it is only foreigners, especially Chinese, that they will come and take all over our mining space. Yes, they will be. They come in with the dollar and they pay what is Naira. Naira is weak, so they're able to pay and take all the license. Then they leave Nigerians in the code. So those are the things they need to look at. It's a serious one, but I must thank you so much for breaking all of this down. But we hope we'll have you in again as things get better, so that we get to understand the prospects of this industry looking forward in 2025. What more do you have to say with regards to that moving forward? Yeah, see, there is no. I say the longest room in the whole world is the room for improvement. True. Government still need to still try, because we've not done enough. Yes. This government, they are very aggressive. Dr. Dele is everywhere, wooing investors to come to Nigeria. In fact, they have this initiative that is undergoing a legislative process where Solid Mineral Corporation is being formed, and then 75% of that company, 75% is being offered to investors, while government will only make do with 25%. Okay. That's a good move. You understand? That is to say, we government will guarantee you bring in your money, will protect you. That's a good one. You know, so I also encourage the senators to pass that bill, approve it, so that they can get in investors. Now, generating data. They've been generating data. A lot of money has been spent by government. You know, I bear them witness on that. They have been generating data, but what they are generating is aeromagnetic data. Aeromagnetic data will always tell you, we suspect there is mineral here. It will not tell you there is mineral and what kind of mineral that is there. It's like looking like a fish pond, and you see movement of water, and you say, oh, there is fish here. But you don't know the size of fish, you don't know the type of fish, you don't know the weight of the fish. True. It's the same. So that is not enough for that kind of data. It's not enough for investors to come. But erroneously, some people in government think that data is enough. That they say, we have data. When you go outside there, come and invest in our country, the first question they have to ask you, where are your data? We've seen many state government that has license for the state. They will go to Canada, Australia, and they will say, come and invest in our state. What do they have? Exploration license. You know, so it's very ridiculous, because they don't know that those guys that just laugh. By the time they come with the entourage and say, we have mineral in our state. So what do you have? We have lead. Where's your data? they show them exploration license. You know, so we need more data for them for us to be able to get foreign investors. You know, the few data that they have generated in the past, yes, some foreign companies, they've come in, they are looking into it, but we need more data to help develop the industry.
It's a good way to live it. Data. Mr. Jegede Abiodun Paul is Chairman Japan Gold and Ventures Limited. Thank you so much for coming in to TVC News. We really appreciate this. Hope to see you again soon.
Thank you.
All right then. Coming up on the show